I'm a retired deputy sheriff after 34 years on the force. I started drinking approximately 25 years ago. In the last 3 to 5 years, it got extreme. It got to the point that it was affecting my marriage, my relationship with my children. And it got to the point where one time my wife came home and I was passed out and thought everything was fine. Next morning, she's getting ready to go to work, and she flat out said, "When I get home, we're going to talk and decisions are going to be made." My father-in-law is a deputy sheriff, retired in '86, and had some connections and reached out to people and found out about CARE, California State Ambassador for First Responders. CARE explained to us that the first 10 days would be in a detox program. And she said it's a beautiful home in Malibu, views of the ocean. It's a great house. I was lucky enough to be the first one. Staff's amazing. All that's better than I can even imagine. Each patient that comes in has their own room, their own restroom, extremely comfortable. I've always had difficulty sleeping, and since I've been here, I've rested more than I can remember. Great rest, I sleep through the night. Today is my 11th day. Tomorrow, I'm being picked up and leaving the detox facility, taken to a residential home. I've been in very dark places and finally realized I needed help, and luckily there are people around that are willing and able to provide the services for us to get better. And I can't express how great I feel and how blessed I am to be able to do this program.
I'm a deputy sheriff for Los Angeles County, and I have been on the department for approximately 20 years. I've worked custody, I've worked patrol, I've worked court services. Alcohol was the primary concern, but there was also some mental health issues. I was diagnosed with job-related PTSD by a state doctor. I've been in treatment for approximately 4 to 5 times. Other programs I've been to, there's been one nurse for 20 people, and it's hard to communicate under those circumstances. So I strongly feel that I was lucky to be the second client here. The main difference between the other facilities and this one are the staff, definitely the doctors and the nursing staff. The food is probably the best I've had. They have a personal chef. They have 3 personal chefs. And before, they used to drop off like a big tray of slop in my other programs, and you just had to throw it in the oven and heat it up, and you know, it's not very appealing. I started drinking this time because my wife served me with restraining orders and divorce papers and moved out with my child. I really love my child. I was drinking 1.75 liters of Fireball cinnamon whiskey every day for approximately 10 weeks. When I came to Malibu, I was intoxicated. I could barely walk. I had an unsteady gait. My stomach was full of fluid. Within 3 days of being here, I was taken to the ER, where I was diagnosed with acute liver failure. That really opened my eyes that I needed to make a change and work on my sobriety for the sake of myself and my daughter. And now I'm leaving. I can walk well. I'm feeling much better. 30 pounds lighter than when I got here. And I also have no more yellow in my eyes or face. My color has returned. The big thing is going to be getting my daughter back. I've been in Malibu for 30 days, and today I'm going home, and I'm very excited for my sobriety and the next chapter.
I'm a 23 year veteran of LA County Fire Department. I worked as a firefighter paramedic my whole career. I've been here 10 days. This is the longest I have been sober since I was 17 years old. This is a great accomplishment. And before you come to detox, you think it's going to be an uphill struggle, but it is easier than you think, and it's very accomplishable, especially in the surroundings that are provided here. The staff is great, and the surroundings give you time to reflect on the things that cause you to drink. And when you disassociate from life a little bit, it gives you that moment of clarity. It is easier, and it's way more pleasant than I could have expected. The food is great, almost too great. And again, the staff is excellent. And you feel a general sense that you can just disconnect for a little bit, relax, and get the help that you need. I was about to go to a general population facility. After I talked to Dr. Steve and found out that there are resources available for us as first responders, I was excited, and kind of gave me a lot more hope, because I was very despondent about going to a facility where I didn't know anyone or I couldn't relate to anyone. And plus I felt like it was going to be a very clinical setting. This place is amazing. I came here to detox, to kickstart my wellness program, my mental health. And the first thing I needed to do to deal with all my other issues was to eradicate alcohol from using it as a coping mechanism to deal with the other stuff. So you have to look inside yourself and find out why you're drinking so much, or why you're drinking. It's just a very special place, and it's a great opportunity for all of us as first responders, whether you realize it or not. We all need to reach out and get help at some point in our career. The next step in my journey is to go to a mental health, behavioral health facility, which is also first responder oriented.